fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up, yum.
In the morning, laughing happy fish.
Yo! What's up? Welcome back to Catch It, Cook It, and Eat It. I'm your host, Ben Sargent, and I have brought chowder ingredients today. So we're making a New England clam chowder today, one of the easier chowders to make. I taught a class at the Meat Hook yesterday in Williamsburg. It was a blast.
We don't have mirrors here. Yeah, thought it was like my bedroom, but it's not.
So here we are making a traditional New England clam chowder, sort of the more rustic variety, I guess you'd call it. By that I mean, like, you know, rough cuts, sort of a farm style. The salt pork's in, we're rendering that. It serves two purposes. One, it's like putting some oil, you know, kind of like some fat in the bottom of the pan. It's also gonna add a lot of flavor to it. It serves the same sort of a thing as bacon, but the difference is bacon is smoked and this is cured in salt. In another pot, we're steaming our clams open, and that's gonna be our broth. Garlic is gonna go in on top of our little cracklings, and we're just gonna stir that up a little. Those should get kind of golden brown. If you have a high flame, that's great. I don't have high flame. You don't have to measure very carefully in chowder making. Just make sure that you have enough of everything to balance it all out in the end. Okay, the onions are going in here over the cracklings and the garlic. I have some fresh chopped thyme here. I'm just gonna throw that in. I'm also gonna throw a bay leaf or two in there, which my recommendation is take out at the end. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some butter in here. Clam broth, you shouldn't check on it too much, because every time you open that pot, you're gonna lose the heat. So check on it once or twice. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes on a normal flame, and you are gonna want to stir them once. What happens is the weight of the clams on top of each other will prevent them from opening, and you wanna be able to see that they really are opening. Putting a little pepper in. A little pepper. Nat, do you have any sizzling sound effects in there? All right, let's throw our potatoes in.
If you look, I'm just eyeballing it, but I'm putting the same amount of potatoes in as onions.
I would say 10 to 15 minutes. Your onions, your garlic, your salt pork, and your thyme. Potatoes are in. It's just for a second that we're kind of browning them almost with the onions. We're softening them before we go and put that clam broth in. We're gonna go with what we have, because we do have a broth at this point. We do have a broth. Trying not to burn the crap out of your hands. Yeah, have some tongs when you pull the clams out. Have some tongs at home. We're gonna cut the meat. As I said, cherry stones, chowders, quahogs, they're all the same clam. That's a confusing thing sometimes because they're advertised as like a different, you know, variety of clam. They're not. They're just, it's a size differentiation. So the broth is going to be poured over the potatoes and onions at this point. And you want it just enough to cover the potatoes and onions. Leave the clams out to the very last minute. That's the most important thing, because the clams have cooked. They've done their thing. It's kind of like shrimp. Now this, again, this is a control, because you want your chowder white. And if it's still a little bit brownish, you're using your cream to not only add, you know, flavor and richness and all that, but you're also using it as a color control, because you want a white chowder.
And you don't want to serve a brown New England clam chowder. You can serve a Bermuda chowder that's brown, and everyone will be psyched. And you can add rum, and people will be even more psyched.
I use a little bit of white wine.
Honestly, it's like, I don't even know why. It's like tradition more than anything.
Just a pat of Old Bay. It has things in it like celery salt, which I think is nice even when you hate the taste of celery. Celery salt is an okay alternative. I have toasted up a bread bowl, which in my neck of the woods is not very traditional to chowder and chowder eating, but it is yummy.
Now that I'm doing this, I'm like, this is pretty awesome, actually. I should do this.
I'm tasting it. It's really yummy. Chives over the top, thanks to my sous chef, Pete, last night, who cut all of this stuff really well. Putting a tiny bit of parsley on the side here, and then you just stick a spoon in it.
Slight butter catastrophe, but other than that, we're all good.
I am your host, Ben Sargent, and today we made a fine New England clam chowder.
Really good.
Delicioso. Muy delicioso.